Hi, welcome back to the mat with Sunshine. We are gonna go through a little side sequence, focusing on the side body. So we're really focusing on all of those abductors and our obliques. So we're really focusing on all of that side to side movement today in this flow. To get started, we're gonna start on our hands and knees. I know I say that almost every single video, but it is just a great way to warm up your body because we can do so much movement here. So starting on your hands and knees, hands are gonna be right underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Starting with some barrel rolls, dip the belly as you inhale, and then start to roll your spine out to the side, all the way up to the ceiling, finding a little stretch, and back down. Hello, my girl. She's gonna join us for class today. Maybe reverse directions of your barrel rolls here. Nice job, and we'll come back through center. From here, as you inhale, reach one arm all the way up to the ceiling, big twist. Exhale, we're just gonna let that hand reset. Inhale to the other side, nice big twist. And exhale, reset, going side to side. Last one. Perfect. From here, can you come up onto your knees? Now feel free to fold your mat for a little extra support of those knees. We're going to extend our left leg down our mat nice and long, and we're gonna bring our hands just behind our heads to start. As you inhale, I want you to find a little arch towards that right side, towards your mat. Exhale, coming all the way back up. Inhale, little arch. And exhale, coming back up. Now I want you to think about your spine being against a wall here. So our ribs are pulling down towards the front of those hips. Our back is nice and long. We're gently squeezing our glutes. Use that exhale to lift. Inhale, we find that little arch. Whew. Great job. We have 3 here. 2. 1 more with those hands just behind your head. All right, on this next one, we are gonna arch, extend the arms long, let them reset, and we come all the way up. Arch, extend, reset those hands behind your head, and come all the way up. I want that spine nice and long as you're arching, so we're never rounding forward or back, just side to side here as we arch. Whew. Really focusing on the core and those obliques stabilizing you and lifting you back up. In 4, we're gonna stay over towards that right side. Last 3. 2. On this last one, can you hold that arch, extend those arms long? Little pulse like you're gonna reach your fingers to the very top or bottom of that mat. Whew. Great job. We have 4, 3, 2, last one. We're gonna bring our hand all the way down to our mat. Your top hand can reach to that top hip. Our top leg is staying nice and straight, and as you exhale, little lift of that leg. Inhale, tap it down. Perfect. Exhale, we're lifting that leg all the way up. Inhale, we lower. Now, as we lift that leg, I want you to think about your spine staying really long. Your hips are staying really still. Whew. Little lift, little lower. Squeezing your glute every time you lift. We have 3. Last 2. Very last one, I want you to hold that leg up. As you inhale, sweep it forward. Exhale, it sweeps back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Using that bottom glute to stabilize those hips, we have 4. Last 3. 2. Last 1, can you sweep that leg back, hold it back, flexing the foot, little pulse up to the ceiling ever so slightly. Whew. We have 4, 3, 2, and one, lower that leg down. All right, we're gonna keep our hand down onto our mat. We're gonna step into a side plank. Reach that top arm to the ceiling. As you exhale, you're gonna weave your arm underneath your waist. Inhale, back up to the ceiling. Threading that needle, exhale, little twist. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Oh, I just have so much cat hair on my legs, I just realized. We have 4. Last 3. Not a great day to have my hair down. 2. Very last 1. And back up. Now slowly lower that bottom knee down and we'll come onto that right side body. We're gonna be up on our right forearm here. And I want you to bring your legs into a nice 90-degree bend. Your knees are towards the front of your mat and your feet are almost in line with your hips or maybe slightly out in front of you here. As we're on our forearm, we're lifting our waist away from that mat, pressing out of our shoulder. I want you to think about your shoulder being as far away from your ear as possible while still keeping your neck in line with the rest of your spine. So we're not letting our head rest on our shoulder. We're not lifting our head all the way up to the ceiling. We're keeping that spine long, including through the neck, pressing out of that shoulder. Lengthening that spine, you're gently pulling the core in. Can we start to lift and lower that top leg, keeping that 90-degree bend and keeping your hips really stable here. We can always go against a wall with our back so that we know we're not moving our hips, because if you are moving your hips, you're gonna start to press into that wall. Exhale, little lift. Inhale, lower. Whew. Great job here. Squeezing those glutes. Great job here. We're squeezing those glutes as we lower, as we lift, and as we lower. Keep lifting the waist away from your mat. Gently pulling that core in. We have 3 here. Last 2. On this last one, we hold the leg up, little tiny pulses. Whew. Great job. Try to keep those hips nice and stable. 3, 2. Very last one, keep that leg lifted. We're gonna start to make some circles. You pull the knee up towards you. Open the knee up, slowly lower it to a hover, and we come all the way back up. So we're making a circle with our kneecap here. Still trying to keep the rest of our body really still. Whew. Great job. Focusing on those hips, stabilizing here. So we're really squeezing that glute to make that lift, and the rest of your body is squeezing to hold itself in place. In 3, we're gonna reverse directions of the circle. It is getting really tough. 2, maybe that circle's getting a little smaller, that's okay. Last one. Whew. Keep that leg lifted, reverse directions, the knee goes away from you, up and through center. Whew. The legs are twitching, the glutes are twitching. My whole body is shaking at this point, and that's okay. Don't let that leg lower all the way down. We have 4. Last 3, nice deep breaths through that nose. Flush it out as you exhale. 2 to go. And last one, all the way around. And lower that leg down. Whew. Great job. We're gonna start to come back up onto those knees. Whew. That right leg is gonna go out to the side this time. Hands come behind your head, elbows are wide. You can have your fingers interlaced, or you can just have those fingers tapping the side of your head. Lengthening that spine as you inhale, we arch to the left. As you exhale, we come all the way back up. Inhale, we're arching. Exhale, coming back up. Perfect. Pulling the ribs together and down, keeping that spine long like your back is against a wall. We have 4 here. Last 3, 2, 1 more with those hands just behind your head. All right, on this next one, same start, we arch, extend the arms, reset those hands, and unarch. I feel like I'm at a little diagonal, so I'm gonna twist a little. Arch, extend those arms, reset those hands, and come all the way up. I should not have wore long sleeves today. Whew, it is getting toasty in here. But it's way better to be warm than to be cold, so I'll live with it. You guys are killing it today. Last 3. I totally might have missed a count, but that's okay. The last 2, 1 extra would never hurt anyone. Very last one, we arch. Arms extend, they hold little pulse as if you're reaching your hand to the top/bottom of your mat. Lengthening out those arms as much as you can. Keep that spine long. We have 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower your bottom hand down to your mat. Top hand comes to your hip. Pulling that core in, we're squeezing our bottom glute to stabilize here. You're pressing your bottom shin into your mat. Keeping our top leg long as you exhale, little lift. Inhale, it taps. Exhale, little lift. And inhale, it taps. We can always fold our mat for extra support under our knee, or maybe you grab a little towel and place it under that knee. Whew. I felt that low back starting to arch. Reminder, keep that low spine long by pulling the core in. Think about your tailbone trying to point down towards the bottom of your mat the entire time. Whew. Last 3, 2. On your next one, can you keep that leg lifted? We sweep the leg forward as we inhale. Exhale, sweep it back. Keeping that leg up as high as you can, so it's trying to stay in line with your hip as it moves forward and back. Nice long spine here. We are shaking. We're powering through. You can do this. We have 3. Whew. She's getting spicy. 2. Last one, sweep it back, hold it back, flexing that foot. Little pulse up to the ceiling. Oh, you got this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that foot down. Reaching your top hand to the ceiling. We step our bottom leg back, so we're in our side plank. As you exhale, weave your arm under, threading the needle. As you inhale, reach back up to the ceiling. Whew, I'm hitting my microphone. As you exhale, weave that top arm underneath your waist. Inhale back up to the ceiling, threading that needle. You can do this. Try not to eat your hair as much as I am. We have 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Lower that bottom knee and slowly lower down onto that left forearm this time. Once you are on that left forearm, legs are stacked. You have a nice 90-degree bend in your knees. Your knees are towards the front of your mat, just a little bit lower than those hips. We're pressing out of that bottom shoulder. Hips are stacked here. Cores pulled in. And I really want you to think about lifting your waist away from your mat the entire time. Taking an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, can we start to lift our top leg up? And inhale, it lowers down. Nice long spine here. Pulling that core in, it's like your back is against a wall, so I don't want your top hip to move backwards. We're using the rest of our muscles to stabilize as your abductor is making this lift and lower, finding that control. Whew. Keep lifting that waist. You can always set your top hand down to the top of your mat if that's more comfortable than having it on your hip. It is whatever you prefer. All right, in 3, we have that little pulse at the top, and then we will not lower that leg down. Whew. 2 more. Great job, you can do this. On this last one, we hold at the top. Little pulse of that knee, up and down, just an inch. You can do this. We are not gonna let that foot or that knee touch anything at any point here. We have 3, 2. Last one, we keep that leg lifted. Pull the knee towards your chest. Open the knee up towards the ceiling, opening up that hip. We lower the leg back down to a hover as it pulls forward. We're making those nice big knee circles as my entire body is shaking. Whew. Keeping our back as still as possible here. So we're finding this movement inside of our hip socket, not in that pelvis. Whew. Keep lifting that waist, pulling the core in, press out of that bottom shoulder. Pulling that core in, press out of that bottom shoulder. Don't let that leg drop. In 3, we are going to reverse directions of this circle. I am struggling here. 2, whew. You can do this. Last one. When you come back through center, can you reverse? Knee goes down through the center, up to open up that hip, and back down. Whew. Keeping that leg at a hover. You can do this. Woo! We can do this, we got it. Nice job, we have 4. Finishing really strong here. Last 3, keep that spine long. Oh yeah. 2. 1 more, all the way around. And lower that leg down. Go ahead and just roll yourself up. We're gonna find a little butterfly stretch to start here. Opening those hips up. They've done a lot of work today. Maybe you find just a little hinge forward, trying to tilt your pelvis forward as you find that stretch. If you round the spine back, you're just gonna be stretching out the spine, and we're really trying to focus on those hips opening up again. From here, bring those hands behind you. We're gonna find a figure 4 stretch by crossing one of our ankles over our opposite thigh and then pulling it up towards us. You can stay leaning into those arms. I like to press out of my shoulders as if I'm pressing my chest towards my thigh or towards my shin to deepen that stretch in my glute. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and switch those legs. Nice stretch here. We'll uncross those legs, sitting just in a little crisscross position. I want you to bring your right hand to your left knee. Reach that left arm back, nice big twist. Keeping the chest open, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Can we take one more inhale? And as you exhale, come back through center. And same thing on the other side. Left hand to right knee, sweep that right arm back, big twist. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, coming back through center. Whew. All right, from here, just placing your hands to the side of you on your mat. I want you to reach one arm up and over, and we'll pause in a nice big side stretch. You're trying to reach your arm nice and long. Really stretching out the side of your rib cage all the way down into the top of your hip. Perfect. As you inhale, start to round yourself forward. Walk those hands all the way out, rounding that spine until we get to the other side. And we'll reach our arm up and over, opening that chest. Nice big side stretch here. Reaching your top arm long, moving your hair out of your face if you need. One more big breath, and we'll start to round ourselves forward, coming all the way up to the other side. Back up through center. Great job. Maybe you take this time to thank yourself for finding time for you, for finding time to get some movement in. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you on the mat again soon. Bye.
Like and subscribe.
Can you say hello? This is Roar. Also, we call her Gert, Yogurt, Gertrude, Roar, Aurora Borealis, Rogaine, my daughter, my girl.